Hi, I'm Jonathan Knight, and this is B-Movie Madness. The movie I'm going to review tonight, the one and only Blood Harvest. Now, Blood Harvest is a 1987 slasher movie directed by Bill Rebane. I hope I pronounced it right. I would never pronounce it right. And I'm going to read the back of it just to get the plot right. It's about a girl named Jill. She just returned home from college to the farm community where she grew up, only to discover that her parents have mysteriously vanished. Learning that her father, a banker, has become the local pariah for overseeing land foreclosures on local farmers, Jill quickly becomes the victim of a series of strange and brutal assaults. With her childhood friend and former lover Gary and his mentally unstable brother Mervo willing to believe her, she begins to fear for her life. All the while, a stalking mass killer is assaulting everyone close to her. Kind of butchered the plot a little bit, but basically it's a girl who, a killer is assaulting her while killing everybody close to her, and there's a whole bunch of weirdness going on. As far as 80s slasher movies go, this one's pretty unremarkable and routine. The killer is fairly easy to predict. The kills are pretty much only throat slits, and the killer hangs people upside down and cuts their throats and drains the blood out of them. And I will say those are very, very well done and really cool. But after a while, you kind of want some different kills here and there. But pretty much the movie's killer hangs people upside down and drains the blood out of them. But the reason this movie is worth watching, the only reason it's really worth watching, is Tiny Tim, which you can see on the cover. Every scene that he appears in, every time he appears in the movie, is fascinating to watch. The whole movie stops just to see his weirdness. Every time he's on there, you just sit there and just look at him because he is so damn fascinating and creepy to look at. It truly feels like they wrote a script that wasn't that great. They needed to have something in it to pull the audiences in, so they cast Tiny Tim in the movie. And in reality, if you took him out of this movie would be completely forgettable. But he makes it worth watching just for his overall weirdness. I mean, the first 5 minutes of the movie opens up with him in clown makeup, like on the cover here. He appears without the clown makeup as well. Singing a song that's really creepy and weird, and then it cuts to some, farmers having their farms foreclosed on, and then it cuts to somebody getting their throat slit open. That whole opening is just it hooked me right away. Sadly, the movie pretty much was pretty one note. It was pretty much the girl gets assaulted, people close to her get killed, Tiny Tim appears or pops up in her house, says and does something weird, rinse, repeat, the end. And it has one of those the killer's still alive endings, but there was no Blood Harvest 2. There sadly was never Blood Harvest 2. I should say sadly, but this does really feel like we have a really crappy script. We need something or someone in it fascinating that will hook the audiences. And they were smart enough to get Tiny Tim, who didn't do that much acting roles. This is one of the very few he did, so it's worth seeing for him alone. I do think there was a missed opportunity. They should have made the movie about him as a clown that kills people. A slasher movie with a killer clown with him playing it. That would have been fucking amazing. But this does feel like what I said earlier. They had a crappy script. They threw him in, and this is the end result. And I mean, it sounds like I don't like the movie, and I enjoy it. I'm a hardcore slasher fan, so I really did enjoy it. But it would be a hard one for me to recommend to people who aren't. A lot of people probably don't know who Tiny Tim is. He's the guy that sung the song "Tiptoe Through the Tulips" that was in the first Insidious movie. He's a musician. And it would be hard for me to recommend. As far as slasher movies goes, it's not one of my favorites, but I did still enjoy myself because of Tiny Tim, and I did like the throat slits. I wish there was a little bit more different, different kinds of kills in the movie, maybe some decapitations. There is an arrow into a hand. The guy, he nails the girl's hand against the wall with the arrow. That was cool. I would wish we had more like that, but that was just, he still ultimately, her throat got cut, so it didn't really change that much. This was released by Vinegar Syndrome, who also did my last review, and I think they're on a mission to put all the obscure cult movies out on Blu-ray and restore them, which I really appreciate. I really enjoyed watching. This is the second time I watched this. I watched a copy of it not too long ago from the UK Blu-ray. I watched a copy of it, and I liked it. And this is definitely the superior version of the movie. But if you are a hardcore slasher fan, I absolutely 100%, think you should watch this movie, because you're going to watch it anyway. You might have already seen it. Or if you just want to see Tiny Tim be weird and dress up as a clown in the movie, you got that too. Now, anyone else, if you look over here, you can watch the trailer. And if you're interested, rent it, buy it, whatever. And if you like my reviews, click over here to watch my last review of Dead Dudes in the House. And please, if you like my channel, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and let me know how you feel. I truly appreciate it. I'm not the greatest reviewer on the planet, but I just love B-movies, and I love talking about B-movies with people. I'm Jonathan Knight. This has been B-Movie Madness. Thanks for watching.